In a very ironic move, Vancouver Poet Laureate Brad Cran has refused to take part in any Olympic organized event because of what he calls a muzzle clause. A clause which would prevent him, or at least contractually obligate him, not to criticize the Olympics or any of their sponsors. This is ironic, one, because the original function of the Poet Laureate was to commemorate great events and heroes. Two, the phrase Vancouver Poet Laureate seems to imply that this is the most articulate, creative professional living in Vancouver, and yet when asked to speak at an international event about anything he wanted, so long as he didn't criticize the Olympics or their sponsors, he refuses. This seems very uncreative, inarticulate, and unprofessional. Well, maybe he didn't have anything to say. Well, I live in a downtown east side. 1/3 of the population is addicted to illicit drugs here. As you move towards the downtown core, that percentage rises to nearly 100%. Now, Brad Cran isn't the Vancouver Poet Laureate for his poetry. He's written one book of poetry, you probably haven't heard of it, and fewer people have read it. He is Poet Laureate for a very particular and brilliant project called Hope and Shadows. Hope and Shadows is part of the revolution of user-generated content. Every year, 200 disposable cameras are distributed to residents of the downtown east side. They take photos, and at the end of a period of time, a photo competition is held. The winners win money, and the winning pictures are put into a calendar, which is distributed by residents of the downtown east side on street corners. Now, why wouldn't he take this opportunity to shamelessly promote that project, saying on every street corner we've got vendors distributing something that is so Vancouver, there's nothing that could possibly top it, and therefore we've distributed pieces of paper to all of our vendors that say calendar in 10 different languages so that this most Vancouver of souvenirs can be recognized by the international community that's present here. Take a lesson from Shane Koizan in the opening ceremonies. You don't have to have anything interesting to say. Just say it like you mean it, and collect your check. Nobody seems to complain when McDonald's employees can't promote their band projects to their customers from behind the desk. I mean, it's not like he's creating 7-minute classical guitar epics about the brutal urban truth of poverty and drug addiction in his area. When the Vancouver Poet Laureate has nothing to say, well, at least I'm not speechless.